There's something really exciting about hockey when you're able to take the puck, go up the ice and score a goal, and you see how your teammates react, you see how the fans react. It's just a game that I feel very comfortable out there on the ice doing. One of the coolest games that I found to play.
I was introduced to the sport by my dad, and the love for hockey just kind of trickled down. I started playing hockey when I was 2 years old, and I've loved it ever since. When I step on the ice, it gives me like a rush. And honestly, I just can't wait to see my friends when I get to the rink and have that time with them. It makes it a lot more special, being out there with people that make you feel included.
I think it's the greatest sport on earth. I think it builds a lot of skills in young players. You work as a team, it builds great character. It's hard not to love it. The Colored Hockey League of the Maritimes existed between the years of 1895 and 1930. In its heyday, it had more than a dozen hockey teams in Charlottetown, Amherst, Truro, Halifax, the community of Africville. And I think it's important to preserve that history because they've contributed to the game of hockey as we know it.
One, I think it speaks to the contributions that Blacks have made to the game of hockey worldwide. I think, two, it speaks to the resilience of Blacks that were able to organize the league at a time when conditions weren't favorable to their existence. And I think it also dispels the myth that Blacks weren't playing hockey before the NHL. There's a lot in terms of cultural pride that's there. I think it's good for younger children to see that individuals who look like them played hockey long before the establishment of the NHL. It also speaks to confidence for the individuals that are going through the program, so it builds self-esteem, self-confidence, self-image. It has a lot of positive tangibles, I think, that kids can really benefit from.
Hockey Nova Scotia is committed to making the game we love more diverse. They've shown that through their support for the Black Youth Ice Hockey Initiative. We're also promoting the Indigenous Girls program. We also have a New Canadians program. We think in combination, all of these programs will help make the game more diverse and more welcoming for communities.
It's important to have role models because I grew up with Sarah Nurse and Michaela Grant Mentis as role models for me, and I love watching them. And I honestly hope that I can be that role model for younger girls.
If this is truly Canada's sport, then this should be available to all communities.
Hockey really is for everyone, so come out and try the game.
From one girl to the next, this is your game.
The following is a special Eastlink Community TV sports presentation.
A celebration of history here on Eastlink Community TV tonight. It is the 130th anniversary of the Colored Hockey League of the Maritimes, and we've got a special matchup. The Halifax Eureka's, the Dartmouth Jubilees. They used to bring them in from all over to come and watch some of the fastest hockey anywhere. One of the earliest organized professional leagues of this great game, and it was in our very own backyard. Hello everybody, Matt Skillis, Cecil Wright, and Cecil, this is, again, this league was organized by the churches, and it was a big part as Jules Eddy gets in behind us. 130 years, of course, there is a lot of history on display here today.
You know, first of all, I got to tell you how proud I am that Eastlink is involved in covering an event like this, because this is an event that's very important to the Black community especially, but to the whole hockey community at large. Hockey Nova Scotia has played a role in this. So I'm just so glad that we're going to see some of the talent that our community has when it comes to hockey. You're going to be surprised.
Well, I don't think I will be surprised, because I know there's always been a lot of talent on display. And we first started our look at Willa Evans, and this is a young girl who I was able to meet a few years back. Her father was head coach of the Truro Bearcats, Sean Evans, and she has been turning heads on the ice, going off to Plymouth College and playing there, but I cannot wait to see her here out tonight in this competition.
You're going to see her showing you her skills, as well as talking to her. We're going to have her mic'd up so that we have an opportunity to find out what kind of moves she plans on putting on the goaltender when she goes in for a one-on-one break. I just can't wait. In addition, we've got a couple other ladies. We're going to have for the first time an all-female line.
Yes, an all-female line with Willa as the centerpiece of that. Now, the other side of things, well, Jules Eddie Larac, he already made a cameo in our pregame. The former captain of the Halifax Mooseheads, now one of the members of Halifax's finest. He's out here tonight, and he's always been a big part of this game.
And let's not forget that this guy, like you said, was once a captain of the Mooseheads, so obviously his skill level may not be what it used to be, but we're still going to have a good time with Jules Eddie anyway.
I can't wait. Jules Eddie mic'd up and also is listening into us. We'll have a lot of conversations throughout the game. Looking very much forward to this here. We're going to have puck drop coming up after the break. It's going to be the opening ceremonies here, the 130th anniversary of the Colored Hockey League of the Maritimes, the Eurekas and the Jubilees, next on Eastlink. Ready for the opening ceremonies here as I'll throw it down to Cecil Wright in the scorekeeper's box. As we are set, it's the 130th anniversary of the Colored Hockey League of the Maritimes, the Halifax Eurekas, the Dartmouth Jubilees.
It is my great honor to welcome you all to this momentous occasion as we gather to celebrate and commemorate the Colored Hockey League of the Maritimes, a true testament to the resilience, talent, and determination of African Canadian communities. Founded in 1895 by Black Baptist leaders in Halifax, Nova Scotia, the Colored Hockey League was more than just a sports league. It was a beacon of hope, pride, and unity. Despite facing significant barriers, including limited access to indoor rinks and overt racism, the league thrived and became a symbol of excellence and innovation in the world of hockey. The league's players not only entertained multiracial crowds, but also introduced groundbreaking techniques such as the slap shot and butterfly-style goaltending, which have since become fundamental to the sport. Their legacy extends beyond the ice, inspiring generations of Black youth to pursue their dreams and strive for greatness. Today, as we gather to recognize the Colored Hockey League of the Maritimes as a national historic event, we pay tribute to the courage and perseverance of those who fought for equality and social change through the power of sport. Their contributions have left an indelible mark on Canadian history, and their stories deserve to be told and remembered. The Parks Canada Historic Sites and Monuments Board plays a crucial role in this process. Since 1919, the board has mandated to provide advice to the Government of Canada on the designation of places, persons, and events that have marked and shaped the nation. The board evaluates nominations for national historic significance and makes recommendations to the Minister of the Environment and Climate Change. Following this evaluation, the minister has the authority to designate a site, event, or person of national historic significance. This ceremony is a testament to the board's commitment to recognizing and preserving the diverse and rich history of Canada. It is through their diligent work that we are able to honor the Colored Hockey League of the Maritimes and ensure that its legacy is remembered for generations to come. Let us take a moment to reflect on the impact of this remarkable league and the enduring legacy of its players. May their spirit continue to inspire us all to strive for a more inclusive and equitable society. Thank you, and please enjoy the ceremony as we honor the Colored Hockey League of the Maritimes. Ladies and gentlemen, for our ceremonial puck drop, please welcome Minister Twyla Gruss, Minister Dave Ritzie, and the one and only legend himself, Mr. Bill Riley. to perform Lift Every Voice. Please welcome Shanice Skinner.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun, let us march on till victory is won.
Cecil Ray taking care of the business as we are set for the Eureka's and the Jubilees. You heard a nice ovation there for Zachary Williams, number 30, for the Dartmouth Jubilees, and his squad, the Nova Scotia Voyageurs, I believe of the U16 League, have come to watch him play. The Eurekas are in the blue. There you see the Jubilees wearing these nice, looking like the New York Rangers cream-inspired jerseys. Three 12-minute periods. Plus, we'll have some kids from the Black Ice Hockey Experience, and then also a showcase in the second intermission as we are ready to roll here. Eureka's win the draw, and it's one back to Anthony Smith. Eureka's D-to-D passing. It's up to Eva Rothenberg, and Rothenberg sends it out into the wing, and this is the all-female line for the Halifax Eureka's out there to start things off. Willa, Evie, and I believe Winnell Jackson as the line. In there by Anton Manson, leaving it back to the point. Shot on, and it's going to be covered up by the Eureka's. I believe that's Winnell Jackson in there. He won a Governor General Medal for policing, president of the U13 AAA League, and starting in nets tonight. Crouch down. You heard Cecil talk about how the Colored Hockey League of the Maritimes, the innovation of the slap shot, came from the ponds here in Nova Scotia and across the region as well. The butterfly goaltender stance and that style adapted in this league. 130 years as it's moved on forward, cleared back by the Dartmouth Jubilees, and a shot wide there. Anton Mason played it with the Shawinigan Cataracts in 2006, 2007. Line gained here, Kenny Douglas, former member of the University College of Cape Breton Capers, with a shot on there. Now Tristan Turner, and an all-max line out there. Turner, Chuku, and Opong. Good to call some max names in here. Missed you guys. Turner playing it back. He'll go off the board, sends it up into neutral ice as Douglas moves it on forward. Now Cookie, Jacob Cookie with it poked off his stick there by Jules Eddie LaRock. Now LaRock. Now the line gained there by Douglas. As the puck drawn back there by Kyle Frazier. Frazier plays it off the skates of LaRock as Mark McFarland Another guy who's had a long history of hockey. Went from the Amherst Ramblers to Swift Current with the Broncos. Won a Memorial Cup there. Several years of professional hockey. Picked up in behind Zach Williams. He takes a check as Williams with it in his skates. Plays it up to Larock. Larock, progress cut off there by Justin Bishop. Cleared out through neutral ice. It's going to go the length. Icing waved off. The puck goes through the crease. Picked up there by Bishop. Bishop moving the puck very well, but now broken up as Crooks comes in. Crooks sends across. Couldn't find Jason Radek as Radek goes crashing into the boards. Now the Eureka's trying to create something now. Josh Crooks, former Halifax McDonald's in his own right, was a member of that team that won Atlantics. Crooks sends it back to Radek. Puck in the corner. Back down in the shot. The save off the shoulder there of Jackson. Puck moved on through. Step shot on, and it's the first save of the night there. Leave Roddy Christmas in the line in there. No, that's Mark Connors. Beg your pardon. Willa, how's it going out there as you're on the break? It's on your stick. Oh, it was there. Might have distracted you a little. Dean Smith joining us up here. Dean, what's up, man? How are you?
Everything's great. This is going great. I'm happy.
Buddy, I am very happy that we have been able to roll the truck and bring this game to the living rooms across Nova Scotia and PEI. Tell us a little bit more about the, I guess, the origins and the history of this game celebrating the league.
Yeah, celebrating the Colored Hockey League of the Maritimes has just been picking up steam year after year, and we're almost a full house. We got some full teams out here representing their colors, and we're so happy for the support.
Yeah, I saw that Zach Williams' team, the Voyageurs, all here. They gave him a great ovation in that opening ceremony by Cecil Wright.
Yeah, and we're really proud because Zach is captaining one of the teams tonight, and on the other side is Evie Rothenberg with the Greenfoot Capitals. He's an assistant captain with them and captaining our other team, so we're happy.
It's picked up off there, and that is broken up. Navarro Mentis in that standout pink helmet, but here's a chance for the Eureka's as it's brought in, and a nice poke check there by Mark Connors. Connors was a recipient of the Bill Riley Scholarship in 2024, and that is a recent development from Hockey Nova Scotia over the last years of a scholarship in honor of Bill Riley.
Absolutely. That was a very nice save by Mark Connors, and we were honored to establish the Bill Riley Award, the Bill Riley Scholarship 2 years ago. We're on our third run now. Evie Rothenberg of the Greenfoot Capitals received the award this year, and Mark Connors received the scholarship, and we're happy that he could have done that because he's got quite a story behind him, and we're so proud.
Yeah, he certainly does. He overcame a bit of adversity in his minor hockey career.
And he stays positive, and that's very difficult to do, and he's in the goal for us now and smiling, so we're very happy.
As a turnover here, a chance for the Jubilees goes awry. Now caught on the wing. Puck squirts out. Down the way. The Shoku, the shot on Connors, and again, Mark Connors the save, and he's going to push the tempo. Gets the puck up to Mentis. Now a chance. 2-on-1 developing. Over to Mentis, and it's broken up there. I believe that was Kenny Douglas out on the break. Dean, the minor hockey aspect of this as well in the intermissions, I know that's a big piece of this. What could you say about what we could expect here in the first and second intermission?
Yeah, so for the first intermission, we're going to have a mini game comprised of players from our Black Youth Ice Hockey program. That's an entry-level program where we teach young kids to skate and some basic hockey skills, so we're going to have some fun with that. And during the second intermission, we're going to bring out a program called our BIPOC Advancing Hockey program, which is comprised of kids who are currently playing competitive hockey in Nova Scotia and are members of the BIPOC community. They receive some high-level training as a result every Sunday here at the RBC Centre.
Well, we saw a nice feature about that. Yes, we got this here. So the puck moved on forward. And
this young London Apong got some wheels.
Apong just goes backhand, the save there by Connors. Apong this year, he's got 18 points in the U18 league. And I think,
go.
Jules, you hear me, Jules?
Man, that guy's way too fast. I got scared.
Oh no,
my God.
Broke it up.
Do you hear me?
These guys are playing hard.
Did you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Now a chance going the other way. Jules, I can't hear you, bud. I can't hear anyone on the ice, unfortunately.
What about now?
Oh, now I got you. I got you faintly. How you doing, Jules?
Oh, I'm tired now.
You're
That
tired
little
now.
Pong just got going.
This-
Man,
well,
that kid
you-
was fast. It scared me.
You've only got like another, I don't know, period, 2 periods and a half to go.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. What does it mean for you to be a part of this event?
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing for me because I played in hockey in Quebec, and I've always been the only black kid on the ice. So to see pretty much all of us, they look like me, the same background as me. So it's amazing. What a amazing team to be part of.
Chance going back the other way. Oh, again, what a save there.
Yeah.
You got a nice goalie going on there from Jackson.
Oh yeah. It's nice to see my D partners got his team here. Give it up to the Voyager with the nice, beautiful jersey.
Yeah, the Nova Scotia Vs here, of course.
Yeah. There's my teammates on the ice right now. Evie Rottenberg and Charlie Rodane. They're on the ice right now. Uh-oh. Oh, they're changing. I got to chirp them a little bit.
You got to give him a little bit of heck there, Jules.
Of course. What, like play-by-play?
Oh, why not?
Oh my God, did you see that shot?
Yeah.
Oh my! Like, I wish I could shoot like that. That was amazing.
Jacob Cookie.
I got to shoot like that. Oh my God.
Man.
What a shot.
Dean, what a shot from
Amazing.
Jacob there, eh?
Amazing. And Jacob played with us 2 years ago. He ended up getting injured, and he missed last year, so he's back with a vengeance this year. It's great to see.
Get another look at this.
Wow.
Again,
It's like a sneaky shot too. Like I don't think the goalie knew he was going to shoot like that. And I actually know the goalie. We work together. Oh my God! Why? Like, I wish I could shoot like that.
Man, Jules, again, yeah, that was a sneaky slap shot.
It was. The goalie didn't see it coming. So on the ice is another guy real quick, Ray Turner. Hey, Ray. Ray, you gotta do better. You gotta do better. You gotta do better. Oh, did you see that? No look face off. He didn't want it. Yeah, that's right. No. Oh. That's off, right, ref. That's off, ref. See? It's the same thing wherever you play. The ref's got problems. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's always refs, eh?
Actually, one of the refs there is Commander. He refed me when I played in the queue. And it's kind of funny because we see each other now in Nova Scotia, and it's kind of cool. He's nice. He smiles at me.
Awesome, Jules. All right, we'll let you get back onto the bench. We'll check back in with you in the second or the third, all right?
What's that?
We'll check back in with you in the second or the third.
Okay, perfect.
Awesome, thanks. And Dean, I want to thank you for taking the time to hop in here and enjoy the rest of the night as well.
Big thanks to you, Matt, and big thanks to Eastlink for covering this for us. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Here's the puck. Goes in the wing. and it's moving up on through, and we've got another guest up here in the booth, Mr. George Fosse, who wrote the book on the Colored Hockey League of the Maritimes 20 years ago, and Black Ice.
Yeah, 20 years ago,
and
Black Ice.
It just got re-released today.
Yeah, that's right. We just we added 120 pages of information to that book. We've spent 30 years researching the Colored Hockey League, and my brother and I, and it's great to see this come to fruition. You know, in my brother's case, is more than half his lifetime working on this project, and we've over the years we've gotten to know a lot of people in Nova Scotia, and it's been an amazing experience, amazing journey, because a lot of Canadian history doesn't get told, and this is one of those few exceptions where every year we just keep expanding the historical base and we'll move forward on it. So,
what's some of the interesting stories that you've found in the new 120 pages in the book?
In the new 120 pages, we found out that by the 1920s, by the mid-1920s, the base of black hockey had moved out of Nova Scotia, or not Nova Scotia, out of Halifax, into the outlying areas of Truro and New Glasgow, and that those areas became the heart of the Colored Hockey League, and that they had basically designed and structured a modern structure, three-tier network or three-tier operation where they had the younger kids playing, and they would move them up into their tier 2 level, and after that their best players would go south to Boston, where they formed the nucleus of the Black Panthers hockey team, which was playing in a white league, and they were trying to get that team up to the highest level where they could actually apply to play in the National Hockey League. This is in the late 1920s, early 1930s. And Frank Calder, who ran the NHL, was not against having a black team in the NHL back then. And so we were able to trace that history and the movement of those players across the country and across parts of North America all the way up into the 1930s. And that, to me, was groundbreaking research, because nobody knew when we wrote our book 20 years ago that there was basically a level 2 team that was playing in the United States, comprised of the best players, black players out of Nova Scotia. That's all new information that's come to light in the last couple of years.
That is fascinating.
Yeah, it's incredible. There was players, there was teams playing up into the mid-1930s, and with the Depression, that was the last of it. But we've been able to document black hockey teams now to the point where we have 85 different team rosters going back to 1895 up to 1939. And of those, we've been able to look at players. We can see the movement of players. We can also see where some of these teams were showing up in places where black players were showing up in places like Tulsa, Oklahoma City, Minneapolis. We know that the players out of Minneapolis who played for the Bolts' Colored Monarchs were all from Truro. We also know 2 teams that were playing in Oklahoma City and 2 teams in Tulsa in the early 30s. We do not know who those teams were or who those players are, but now we have a new area to research and go from there. There's even a possible black team out of Los Angeles area that nobody's ever heard of, and we saw references to that in the final days of our research. So now there's multiple avenues of research that we can go down and look into.
That is incredible, the amount of history that you are finding and just still unearthing after
still unearthing. Yeah, and what happens is one of the things we've been doing is following the route of the black porters on the railroads. I worked, when I was a kid, to get through college, I worked on the Canadian National Railroad for 7 summers. So I came from a railroading family. I worked as a trackman, laying double track through the Canadian Rockies. And that paid for my college, allowed me to go to school, become a historian in the United States. And I'm still a Canadian, but knowing the railroads and seeing that these guys, the only jobs a lot of these guys in Nova Scotia could get were in the 1930s were working on the railroads. I understand how those railroads worked and where they went and what they ran. And like, for example, New York State, at the turn of the century, there was over 70 different separate railroad companies and railroad lines operating on New York State alone. You start doing the math, there's hundreds of railroads that don't exist anymore. But those guys all needed porters, they all needed men to work on the tracks. And a lot of guys left their homes in Nova Scotia, especially black men, and ended up in these places that you couldn't even imagine. But they were following the railroad lines, and they were going for the hubs at places like Winnipeg, Minneapolis, Duluth, Minnesota, places down in Kansas City. These were all not black, but these were all hockey hotbeds, but they were also railroad hotbeds. So if you follow the tracks, it leads you to the hockey leagues. You follow the hockey leagues, black things, you identify the families. Once you identify the families, you identify the history. So we're basically following the railroad to find out what happened to all these Nova Scotians, and that's where we are today.
Well, George, we're going from the history. We've got some future on the ice right now, as we've got some minor hockey kids ready for a display. But before we get to that, Jacob Cookie, our play of the period, and what a shot. Again, we talked about how the slap shot was originated in this league.
Yeah, and Eddie Martin. We've got newspaper accounts describing him and his play, and you got to understand the original teams of the Colored Hockey League. Some of those clubs doubled as baseball clubs in the summer. These were baseball players, and they had a natural swing of the baseball bat, and they brought that onto the ice. Also, the Dartmouth Lake was basically the home of the slap shot, because these players in the early days, they played pond hockey in the arenas, and they went with the rules of pond hockey. And that's where you got the flopping goalies. That's where you have the butterfly. That's why you have the slap shot. That's why you have a certain style of play. Very Nova Scotian, very unique, very Canadian by modern standards. But back then, it was groundbreaking.
We'll be back. Second period coming up after the break. Welcome back here at the 130th anniversary of the Colored Hockey League of the Maritimes. It's the Eureka's and the Jubilees, and we're going to see a display of the future of hockey of Nova Scotia. This is a feature on the BIPOC Hockey Initiative here, especially for those that are in the advanced program and seeing them get on the ice to develop their skills for the next level.
The BIPOC Advancing Hockey Program is a program that we began this year, and it came about as a result of an idea presented by a number of parents of kids of color in the game. So we approached Hockey Nova Scotia, and Hockey Nova Scotia graciously granted some funding from the World Junior Championship 50-50 proceeds designated for DE&I work towards the program.
The programming itself is fantastic. So we have excellent coaching and fantastic skills development sessions. The power skating is wonderful. The substantive content's amazing. But again, it comes back to the connection and the camaraderie that emanates from the programming and being part of a community and a group that I think is so important.
They may or may not play with someone else who looks like them, but here in this program, they're developing friendships that will carry on as long as they keep playing hockey. It means a lot to have someone who sees the world similarly join you in that environment. So I'm hoping that things like that will continue for many, many years.
I love hockey. Just getting to be there and skating with other people, getting to know them. My friends at school used to talk about it, and I didn't understand what they were saying at first, and then when I started playing.
First, I wasn't really interested, but started getting more interested when I started hanging out with them, playing road hockey outside and watching hockey on TV. I enjoy making new friends and learning, and I want to become better.
This is a magical program. Every week we have an ice walk free. That's magical for us because we couldn't afford to have the kids this. I never see a program like that.
The Calvert boys have come through this program, and they're not only excelling in the program, but they're significant role models for the younger kids in the program. I see the younger kids looking up to the Calvert boys as they develop their skills as well. So it's a win-win situation for everyone involved.
The organizing group has been tremendous. This group has really taken this opportunity and really tried to grow it. And it's more than just on ice, but to help these kids become better people so that they can be better contributors to our society.
To be an advocate means that you have to source out opportunities where your child's going to feel more included and part of something bigger so that they can see the future ahead of them.
One of the perspectives that we've approached diversifying the game of hockey with was, let's build sustainable change in the game so that 10 years from now, children will look back and think, that program got me started. That is the program where I felt confident. That is the program where I felt comfortable, and look at it in a positive light. It's a game after all, and if you're not smiling playing it, you're not doing it right.
One nothing scoreline here as we are getting ourselves set for the second period. And Cecil, that was an exciting first period.
Well,
oh, what a goal to start things off. Anton Manson. Oh, picks the postage stamp right up on the top shelf. Showing that touch from the Shawinigan Cataracts, and a nice feed here across from Navarro Mentis. And as we have a 2-0 scoreline in favor here of the Dartmouth Jubilees, I am joined right now by the legend himself, Bill Riley. Bill, how are you, sir?
The very best. Really enjoying the weekend.
It is a big weekend for you, man. And this is coming back to the Maritimes here and seeing this on display. What kind of emotions does it spring into you to see this type of action on the go?
Well, it really moves me because to see so many players of color playing the game of hockey now, it's you know, and kids as well. It's just you know, like I say, it's something that it's been a long time coming.
You were just the third black player in the National Hockey League.
That's correct, yes.
To see the development now, and especially you talk about it here, but you see it all over the initiatives and how far that black players have come. You're a trailblazer.
Yeah, well, you know, like I say, there was a lot of things that happened in my era that I really had to keep my mouth shut. I had to zip. I couldn't say this, couldn't say that. And now when I watch the National Hockey League and I see, you know, so many players of color playing on various teams, then it was worth it to me.
What is going to be the next step?
With me?
No, with growing the game for black hockey players.
Well, I think the National Hockey League has to hire guys like myself, guys like Mike Marsden and stuff, guys that blaze the trail and know what to look for, and you know what we went through, and to get that message across, you know, to the younger guys. And so I've been a little disappointed in the National Hockey League because you know, we had so much to offer, but never got a chance to offer it.
Growing up in Amherst, you wouldn't have had many people like yourself playing hockey. You wouldn't have the people to look at in that regard.
No, you're correct, because the generation before me, and there was a lot of very, very good hockey players, but they never played organized hockey. So really, like you were saying, there wasn't anything there that, you know, you could, like the generation before you was saying, okay, I want to play, I want to be like him. And, you know, I think my generation was the first generation that had a number of kids of color playing.
So what is next for you? I guess that could have been a two-part question.
Well, what's next for me is I'm waiting for this cold weather to go away, and I'm waiting for April 15th so I can go fishing.
You know what? I hear you on that cold weather going away. I'll be on the golf course, not the fishing hole, but
yeah.
I can understand that, man.
Yeah.
Bill, I appreciate you taking some time, as always, and being a trailblazer, and we're always so proud that you're You're from Nova Scotia, and you've always flown that Blue Nose Pride very high.
Yeah, well, like I said, I was always proud to be from Nova Scotia, and as part of my hometown, Amherst, Nova Scotia. And all I wanted them to be was as proud of me as I was of where I came from.
Every time we go up to see Amherst Stadium, you're all over the place, so trust me, they are still proud of you.
Well, the Amherst Stadium, welcome to the jungle.
Exactly. There's no better place for a junior A hockey game.
That's for sure.
Yeah. All right, Bill, I appreciate you taking the time, and we'll be seeing you around for the rest of the night.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Bill Riley, again, blazing a trail. As it's up by Evans. Evans with it away from Ty Lewis. Puck's joined back in. Now in the breakaway shot. Off the crossbar goes Josh Crooks. And they'll call it a goal. Oh my goodness, they're calling it a goal. Crooks. Willa, you're down there. What's your thoughts? Was that a goal?
Here's the question of the day. Was the ref on the goal line?
Oh, Willa, no. That,
huh? What?
I think you were astute in that observation.
Damn.
We got to look at it. I can tell you this, though. I've seen Crooks do this several times in his U18 and following him in the Maritime Hockey League.
Dang! Fair play, I guess. Good, how are you? Good. That's some crazy stuff right there.
Yeah, I know.
No goal.
So it is no goal.
Okay, team.
Correction. No goal.
It's the Jubilees looking to extend the lead. Crooks with the goal denied. I guess I was eagle-eyed with it, saying it was off the crossbar. So Willa, how is things going down there for you? No, it's through the feet and away you go.
You go, you go. I'm back.
Willa with it as they play it from the dot. Shot, pad save there by Connors. Mark Connors, as we were having a nice conversation about the history, had a tremendous 10-bell save in that first period. Now a chance for Willa. She'll dump it in and go off on the change. Cross, shot, what a block by the Jubilees. And now, the other way, Crooks getting it across. Kevin Cout, he'll recycle. And the puck comes out of the zone. And Chukwu with the puck away. Now it's up Mason, who had to open the scoring here in the second. And we got another guest in the booth. Joining me, another, before I get there, what a goal scored by the Halifax Max. As Chukwu makes it a 2-1 hockey game. And welcome up. Thanks for being here.
Oh, thank you.
One of the
Daryl Fossey.
Daryl Fossey, again, joining in. Actually, I think we're going down to Cecil with an interview. Cecil.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Mavs. I've got Dartmouth Jubilee coach Craig Gibson here, and I want to ask you, how serious are you guys taking it?
Well, it's a pretty good game. I think we're an evenly matched on paper. It's all about getting out and showing their skills in that, and so far it's been a good hockey game.
How pleased are you to be a part of this?
I really enjoy it. As you know, I played a couple times with this league here, but it's nice to see the younger youth out there playing, and also with the first women team. So that's what it's all about, is knowing about the history and making sure everybody enjoys themselves here this evening.
Last question for you. I know you want to get back there. How are the Maple Leafs going to do this year?
Maple Leafs are doing good, buddy. This is a year for them, so hopefully they'll do well. Then we're certainly cheering for Canada, as you know, for tonight's game.
Absolutely. Craig Gibson, one of the coaches of Dartmouth Jubilees.
Thank you.
Nice stick handling there, Mentis. Navarro Mentis, as we talked about, with that standout pink helmet, his friends dared him to pick one up. He said, sure, it's a fashion statement, and great to see is in the feed, and it's saved away there by Jackson. And Mr. Fuzz, let's talk about, you co-authored the book with your brother,
yeah.
Black Ice. What were some of the things that you found?
Well, I think so in this new edition, we were looking at the 1920s of just the fact that this league was trying to attempt to put together a National Hockey League team, and that as a two-tier system. So you'd have your teams that were the Dartmouth Jubilees, what have you, the teams that are commonly known now. But that you take the best players out of that, create an all-star team, and to turn it into a professional team. And I think those are the type of stuff that we look now over the last 20 years that we didn't realize when we first wrote the book, just how organized it was and how professional it had attempted to become before it all fell apart during the Great Depression and what have you, and other factors like that. So,
I'll tell you, that goal there by Anton Manson, what a touch! That was a pro touch there. What was it that drew you towards this as your research, the area of expertise for you and your brother?
We were researching just the history of hockey. We had either interest in just the ancient roots of stick and ball games and what have you, and then had interest in the concepts of nationalism in sport. And so when we were putting together a book on what we consider 5,000 years of that type of stick and ball games in hockey, we had come across references, just a few spotty references to this, to the early league. And that, once, it was something that, as a Canadian, I'd never even really, I'd never heard of it, the history before, and it was just the relative unknownness of the fact that, and then when we spoke to historians, they claimed that the league never existed, that it was a vaudeville act or what have you. So, yeah, it was just the fact it was such obscure history, and then the people inside the community here didn't even know their own history. They had, people would have a photo of this, or they'd have a story about maybe the great-grandfather doing this, but nobody saw a complete picture, and that just the challenge of putting that all together over the years. That, I think it was that's what really attracted myself to this project.
Well, I appreciate taking some time. And you and your brother have done some great work. The book is on sale here, and the book is on sale all over.
Yeah, it's we're going to be doing a book signing at the chapters at the lake in Halifax here tomorrow at 3:30. Chain Lake, and like I said, they can find it in chapters and online. So
awesome! I appreciate taking the time.
Thank you so much.
And down on the bench, Cecil Wright there with Percy Paris, a member of the first ever all-black line for St. Mary's.
Yeah, and Percy's pretty happy right now. His team just scored, I believe. Mr. Paris, thank you so much for joining us. Tell me, I've known you a long time. I did not know that you were a member of the first black line at St. Mary's University. How proud are you of that?
Well, I'm tickled to death. It was a great experience, and it's one of those things in life that you never forget, and a lot of people do remember it, so it just feels good. And there were two great guys that were with me, Bob and Gerald, and we've remained in contact all of these years, and we're the best of friends.
And on another note, I can't let you get away without talking about your brother, John, who we all know should be in the Hockey Hall of Fame. How's he doing, and how do you feel about all that?
Well, first, he's getting older, like we all are, and sadly, as we age, there's some aches and pains that come with that. But he's doing all right. I think when we look back to the 60s, the early 70s, and even leading up to the civil rights movement in the United States, for someone to play hockey with John's size, John's smaller than I am, and For him to go to a Montreal Canadiens training camp and be proclaimed as one of the best, if not the best hockey player there, but still because of his color of his skin, he still couldn't make it. But we talk about John, but that same story can apply to so many African Canadians, African Nova Scotians, some really good hockey players. And back in the 60s, the black community maybe didn't have the same hockey training as white players for various reasons. And I think if more coaching and also off-ice conditioning would have played a big role in where they would have ended up. After a while, you can only say no for so long, and then when it starts, I gotta add this. You know, we refer to Willie O'Ree as the hockey Jackie Robinson, and what we have to bear in context is the social-economic times of today. To play the sport of hockey is very, very, very expensive. So if we weren't being employed, not like we are today, there wasn't a swelling middle class of African Nova Scotians. So there was also that financial barrier that prevented us from carrying on in true hockey traditions.
Well, I couldn't have said it any better myself. Percy, first of all, congratulations on being part of that first all-black line at St. Mary's University. Puts a smile on your face when I say that. And second of all, good luck here with your team.
Oh, well, thank you, Cecil. We're on the way back.
Percy Paris, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I know John Paris Jr. was here 2 years ago as coach in this game, and he coached against his brother Percy. As once again, Hansen in, shot just goes over the bar, but him and Percy had a nice battle that night. The counter coming back the other way as it's picked up. Turner has it knocked away. Now a chance developing. He's back. Manson, shot, falling down, goes off the crossbar. My goodness, the release on display. Going in at the buzzer. Shot, scores! I believe it's Rick Vinner. What a goal here.
Here we go.
Big shot, big save one end, big goal the other.
Yeah. Go team. Big tie.
You hear,
8 seconds left.
and you hear Willa Evans talking on the bench.
So Ray, I'm down this time, Ray. Where'd Ray go?
Next
Kenny Douglas as well. It's 3-3 as we're about to head in to the third. Could they add another? Shot wide. Rebound. And the net comes off at the horn. Makes it a 3-3 hockey game. What a shot to tie this game in the dying seconds of the second. We take a look at our play of the period. And we go back a second. Anton Manson. Watch this feed. That made it 2-0. As we take us to the end of the second. We got more here. It's the 130th anniversary of the Colored Hockey League of the Maritimes on Eastlink Community TV. Welcome back here to our 130th anniversary of the Colored Hockey League of the Maritimes. Now, we had a chance to see Willa Evans on display, and we even had a chance to hear her on the ice. A bit more about her story and her journey of the game right now.
I started hockey when I was 2 years old. My dad got me introduced to it. We just kind of started skating when I was little, and the love for hockey just kind of grew from there. Hockey to me it's not just a game, it's finding friends and creating new experiences, meeting new people, and it creates a bunch of opportunities for not just yourself, but for everyone around you.
Well, one of the challenges we have had over the years is finding female mentors and female junior coaches. So when I heard Willa was a hockey player, and not only a hockey player, but a very good hockey player, I thought, what an opportunity to invite her to the program to help out with our young kids. I think her true girl superpower is community uplift, because no matter how many times we ask her to come contribute, she arrives and she is outstanding at the work she does.
It's important to me because I'm also meeting a whole bunch of people that are like me. And I'm seeing all these little kids growing up with these experiences that are amazing because all of us are the same, and I've never experienced that before.
She's very selfless, and I think that carries over in how she conducts herself each year with her team. And I think that helps in her role as a community volunteer and/or community leader for for young kids.
I think it's amazing to have a person like her around. She is just always there for you and is so dedicated to everything she does.
Willa's a great role model. Spirits up when things aren't going our way. She's just as happy for somebody else to score, or if she was to score, which is the epitome of a true teammate. You want everybody to succeed as a group. And in the grand scheme of things, that's what you're teaching, to work as a teamwork, whether it's in hockey or your career as you move forward in the working world.
I think it's important to have representation like Willa in this game because so many young girls will look up to her. We strive hard to increase our number of girls playing the game because we know that is the future. And when they see Willa, they gravitate to her. And I see them smiling, and I see them having fun, and I see her making this game wonderful for them.
Honestly, I really do hope that what I'm doing right now and everything I have been doing inspires a whole bunch of other people to help volunteer, because honestly, volunteering is one of the best parts of my week. Giving back to my community is so important to me, and I mean, I just want to give back to the community because the community is giving back to me. I feel like hockey could definitely be more diverse than it is. It's definitely on the right path, but I feel like hockey should definitely be for everyone.
Here we go, third period underway as the puck won back again. The Dartmouth Jubilees wearing these cream white jerseys, the Halifax Eureka's. In the dark blue as it's played back there by the Jubilees, and now a chance. Hansen in, sent out in front, poked down, and a great save. And it's turned aside by the Eureka's. There's the puck left there, Michael Mansfield. Oh, a big body check crashing in there. Navarro Mentis. And I think he took out Evie Rothenberg. Now a chance. Brooks, the shot. And it goes up and over. Back the other way. Willa Evans. Willa. She's rubbed out of the play. Come on, Willa, get the elbows up. Get her. Get him. Back the wing.
Yeah, one. Yeah.
Hansen.
Score.
Hey, Willa.
Yeah.
What's it mean to you to be in this game? And it's the first time that we've got girls in the game playing here.
Well, this game it means so much to me. So much more than just a game of hockey. It's family. It's
Yeah, like last night, there was a reunion and it was just everyone at the same time, all welcoming and saying, hey, like, I know you, how are you doing? And that's what it's all about, reuniting everyone, reminding everyone that we were here too. And I love that.
How's the competition been out there for you tonight?
After not playing hockey for a while, it's actually a great workout. And I enjoy playing with these fellas. They keep me in check, and I need that sometimes.
Oh, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. What's next for you in the hockey career?
Honestly, I don't know. I might have to keep you guys surprised at this point.
All right, well, we'll be waiting with bated breath for that, Willa. As always, is your dad here tonight?
He is here tonight.
Can't
he is
wait.
watching in the stands somewhere.
Well,
he has his hood up, and
I'll be tracking down Sean later tonight. Always a pleasure to see Sean, and I know I was listening to him talk on a podcast about how proud he is of you and all your hockey exploits. So
there's no one more I idolize than my father.
Oh, that's
super important to me. I'm glad he's able to be here to watch me today. And I'm glad he's here to support this event because he knows that it means a lot to me, but he knows the community I grow up in, and he knows all the historical moments and all the stuff that goes along with that. And I'm glad that he's able to celebrate that with us.
perfect, Willa.
You okay?
Sorry, you guys go back this way. My bad.
You coming back out on the ice, or?
Oh yeah, we're just getting situated on the bench right now.
You and Kenny's letting you know, eh?
Oh, absolutely. Keeps me in check, right?
Yeah. Kenny's a former Capers legend. He still is a Capers legend, I should say.
Always. That was an interview and a half being out of breath.
I'll let you catch your breath, Willa. As we go back to action, Cookie, who had a wonderful goal that first period, he'll dump it in. Kevin Cowart with it along the wing. Justin Bishop gains the zone, but he is going to have to touch up. Tristan Smith turns it over. Jacob Cookie, the shot wide. We'll check in down with Jules Eddie Larocque. Jules.
Yes.
How are things going for you here in the third? It's a tight game.
I don't know. It just seems like everybody woke up now, and the game's good. Good and fast.
It's good and fast. You were kind of catching your breath in that first period. Now.
Oh, I'm good now. It feels like I got a good D partner, and we got things going. Like I feel a lot better. I knew it was going to happen.
Well, it just took a second or two to get your legs back under you and the way things went.
Yeah. I just say, did you see in the first period, number 88 came at me and he ran into me in my back. He fell. It felt like I was back playing some real hockey for a second.
You just needed that hit to get your nerves out, eh?
Yeah, you get just everything going. You know, big hit like that, Jules is get going. Jules got to get going.
Jules, I know it was the rivalry series that I ran into you with your team. How important was that for the girls to see that level of hockey here in Halifax?
Oh, no, it was amazing. We were all sitting together. The noise, just the level of play, the plays the girls were doing, and it was really awesome to get to experience that together and to talk about it afterwards. Like it's just good. And then you see the crowd too. Like everything was together. Like it was loud. To me, it was almost louder than almost the Mooseheads.
When the puck went in the back of the net for Blair Turnbull, I'd say that was one of the loudest pops I've ever heard in that building.
My ears were ringing. Like I didn't think it was going to be this loud. It hurt. It was loud. And of course, you have to be Blair, which is awesome. It's fun to watch her play. I really like her style of play, and it's nice to see that she has a good friend of mine that I actually work with. So they were all sitting with her husband, so it was cool to see. Let me get one. Oh, crap. Okay, I'm playing against Evie. Oh, I'm on the ice, Evie.
Oh, you got to mark her well.
Dump and chase? What?
Yeah, it means you got to chase it, Jules.
Of course, the two of them. Wheel! Yes. Keep going, keep going.
Ty Lewis picks it up now in behind the net. Moved on forward. Jules take it easy on Evie now. The patience on display by Jules. Eddie LaRoche just couldn't thread the needle.
Oh my God.
Good job. Nice shift, Jules. Here's a chance, Bruin. Shot, the save. Rebound. And it's turned aside. Jarrett, you got me. Shot. And that goes high above. Jared, how you doing down there?
Good, you?
I'm doing fantastic. It's a tight game here. You're facing some tough challenges. How much pressure's on you to keep this, ensure that the next goal does not go through you?
Just stay calm and focus on the next shot. So.
As the puck's out. Sprawling out. Oh, that's got to be a penalty shot. Yes, it will be. What a big moment here for the Halifax Eureka's.
Hopefully we capitalize here.
Yeah, this is... Ray Turner's going to the dot. Jason Reddick pleading his case. Ray Turner, Tristan Turner's son, they're a chance to play hockey. Father-son duo here. And now with 5 minutes to go. What a goal on the breakaway! Ray Turner!
Why you gotta do that?
Jared, that takes a little pressure off you.
Yeah. Hopefully that's a game-winning goal.
Just waits out the goalie, and now the Eureka's come back from down 2. Oh, the back of that net. Good recovery. Still loose. Oh. Jared, I can't be distracting you, bud. We're back to 4-4.
It's unlucky. Bad bounce, hopped over my stick.
Josh Crooks, I believe, capitalizing. Tough break.
Yeah.
Puck moving up, Kenny Douglas with it kicked away, and hack up, a chance now, shot, save, oh, and that is another one in the back of the net for the Dartmouth Jubilees, and Josh Crooks cashes in. Crooks, 2 goals in about 30 seconds. Russell Gross joining me at this time, head of the Black Cultural Center. Russell, what does this game mean for the community?
Well, it's a sense of pride for the community. You know, when we think of what the early players when the league started 130 years ago had to go through to be able to lace up and to play a game like this, it's a strong sense of pride every year when this memorial remembrance game happens.
How much planning goes into this and this event, this whole weekend?
Yeah, it's something that starts probably maybe about 6 months before. It's the 12th year that they've been doing this, and so this year was a bit special because of the 130th anniversary. It's also an important year because it marks 20 years since the initial publication of the book Black Ice, and that sort of was the gold standard that sort of made it more mainstream.
We're covering the game right now, but we've also heard about the reunion. What are some of the other events that go along with this game?
Yeah, well, the Colored Hockey League had a very strong relationship with the church and spirituality, and an organization known as the African United Baptist Association. And tomorrow they'll have a church service as part of their festivities. Earlier today, before this game, they had a Parks Canada plaque unveiling ceremony. So the Colored Hockey League of the Maritimes is now recognized as an event of national historic significance.
Oh, so where will that plaque be displayed? I did see that as I was coming in today.
Yeah, so the plaque with fingers crossed will be located in the Metro Halifax area, most likely on the grounds of the Black Culture Center.
That's excellent. And again, you're always trying to make it bigger and better. And I know John Parrish Jr. was here 2 years ago and bringing folks in. How much have you reached out to other members of the hockey community?
We have, and there's been some really good relationships with the NHL. They featured some history on the Colored Hockey League during February Black History Month, we're in constant conversation with them and looking at how we can really bring this presence of mind, so it's not just a Nova Scotia, community thing. It's something that, all Canadians get to learn about. I mean, we look at the fact that this is Canada's national sport.
This event has grown over the last 12 years, and it's funny. Mike Mansfield, a guy out there, and his claim is because his grandfather was in the original Colored Hockey League of the Maritimes. In fact, they called him King, Edgar King Mansfield, and
that's right.
He was, a guy that was scouted by the Detroit Red Wings, and when they came up, they were actually very surprised to see that his complexion was not the standard of hockey at the time.
Well, that was one of the things that was so remarkable about they had a pre-event gathering last night, and the conversation that happened was really about the fact that the league wasn't very well known, but the fact that people within their families had individuals that played hockey. It was commonplace in the African Nova Scotia community to play, pond hockey and pick up games on the street. And I think it's a misnomer that it's not well known.
Well, Russell, I appreciate taking some time as always.
My pleasure.
Thank you. And again, the book Black Ice on sale now. And
at the Black Culture Center.
At the Black Culture Center. And again, that's Nova Scotia history on display.
For sure. Thank you.
As it's back in there. A lot of action. It's a 7-4 game. He's shot on, and there's a stop there. Gives us a chance to take a listen into some of the sounds of the game. Willa Evans, who's been mic'd up.
Get him! Yeah! It only takes one shot, guys. You're there. You're good. You're there. Yeah. Here's the question of the day. Was the ref on the goal line? No. Huh? What? Go, go, go! You're good! You're good! Yeah! Woo!
Thanks again to Willa. Hey, you just heard yourself a couple times there.
I am kind of funny, aren't I?
You certainly are.
I said we need to hear that last sound again. 7-4. It's very fun right now.
Not only will you be able to hear it, you'll be able to see it all on Eastlink Community TV, as we've had you ISO'd a couple times.
You know what? We do have Eastlink at my house.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Sean's got your dad's got to keep up on all the action.
You're right. He's been talking to you guys for a while now.
Yeah. If it isn't the Yankees, it's Eastlink Community TV Sports.
Oh yeah. Yep. He's a big. Gotta say go Yankees for my dad.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Shoot that. Oh, nice try.
Crooks comes out of the zone. The feed to Cookie. cross ice, but that will do it here. And the final, the Jubilees with a 7-4 win. Great job, both teams. Again, the Halifax Eureka's. Some great hockey on display as we get our handshake line. Tell you, Mark Connors, he really impressed me in nets for the Jubilees. 2024 Bill Riley Scholarship Award winner. As they're shaking hands, we're going to take a look at our play of the game. The buzzer beater, and this was a big moment here to make it 3-3. As the clock was running down, Rick Vanna finds the back of the net. That brought it even as we head to the third, but it was Josh Crooks with 2 goals in the span of a minute to be the difference here for the Jubilees. Handshakes going on, and we're going to have the player of the game as well. The hardest working player awarded to both teams, as well the presentation of the trophy.
The Player of the Game awards will be presented by Jumpstart Charities, Pro Hockey Life, and Bill Riley. The players of the game for the Halifax Eurekas. Number 55, Anthony Smith. And number 97, Deshaun Thomas. And players of the game for the Dartmouth Jubilees. Well, no surprise here. Number 97, Josh Crooks. And number 88, Anton Manson. And now we'd like to have the coaches and captains from the Dartmouth Jubilees come forward to receive the championship trophy from RCMP Sergeant Kwabi Opong and Constable Richard Collins.
Side by Whoa! You gotta do a lap. You gotta do a lap. Take a picture. Take a picture. You guys take a picture. Take a picture. Yep. Yeah, man. And then we're gonna take a team picture at center, right? Right? Yep. Mona, how does my hair look? Mine too.
Great stuff. As we say thanks again to the teams, the organizers. Here, the Jubilees with the trophy, but everyone's a winner in this event. For Cecil Wright and our entire crew, I'm Mavs Gill saying thanks for watching, and thanks again for inviting us to cover a great community sporting event here for Eastlink Community TV.